How many of your problems were actually handcrafted by you, carefully, unknowingly over years? The deadline you always miss, the relationship pattern you repeat, the habit that bites back. What if the hardest traps in your life are the ones you quietly built yourself? Today's idea is stark and liberating. You build most of the traps that get you. The core, our repeated outcomes often come from the structures we construct, beliefs, habits, environments, and stories. We'll explore how invisible decisions assemble cages, how to see the bars, and how to redesign the blueprint. Maya is brilliant. She loves designing but dreads being seen. At work, she says yes to every task, then stays late, quietly perfects, and delivers with no fuss. Her manager praises the results and hands her even more work. She tells herself, if I do it all, they'll finally notice. They notice the work, not the person. Maya builds a trap: overcommitment, invisibility, burnout. The bars: her fear of asking for credit, the belief that merit speaks without a voice, an environment that rewards silence with more silence. One night, hunched over revisions, she realizes no one asked her to be invisible. She built the walls to feel safe, but safety is now the cage. Evan wants closeness, but chooses people who can't be close. He tells friends, I guess I attract the wrong ones. But look closer. On first dates, he plays it cool, withholds affection to avoid seeming needy, chooses partners who admire independence, then blames them for distance. He's not unlucky. He's consistent. The bait in his trap is pride. The spring is fear of rejection. The mechanism, chasing what won't challenge his story that love equals risk. Every breakup confirms the tale. Every confirmation tightens the spring. Pause. Where do you keep ending up? What belief would have to be true for that loop to continue? Lena wants to run a marathon. She buys shoes, a plan, a tracking app. For 2 weeks she's perfect. Then a rainy day breaks the streak. Her identity whispers, you're an all-or-nothing person. So she chooses nothing. She built the trap when she equated worth with perfection and progress with uninterrupted lines. The bait is the dopamine of a flawless streak. The trigger is a small setback. The cage is a story. If it's not perfect, it's pointless. She doesn't fail the plan. The plan fails her psychology. If a one-day slip didn't matter, how would you act on day 2? Traps form at 4 layers. First, beliefs. Invisible rules like I must earn safety by overworking, or distance protects me. Second, habits. Repeated cues and responses that automate the rule. Third, environments. Desks, apps, people, notifications. The architecture that primes behavior. Fourth, identity. Who I am, stories that justify it all. Modern life supercharges trap building. Infinite pings hijack attention. Metrics gamify worth. Feeds cultivate comparison loops. But the blueprint is still ours. Changing traps is less willpower, more design. Replace try harder with make it hard to fail. Shift the rule from be perfect to always return. Swap say yes to decide once, and choose environments that default to your values. Psychologists call these commitment devices and choice architecture. Philosophers warned us earlier. The Stoics taught that suffering often comes from judgments about events, not the events themselves. Buddhism speaks of craving and clinging as the snares we weave. Modern cognitive science names them cognitive distortions and feedback loops. Different vocabularies, same insight. Beware the stories you authorize. They don't just describe your life, they construct its corridors. Which layer is your strongest leverage right now? Belief, habit, environment, or identity? A practical sequence. Step 1, name the trap. I overcommit and vanish. Step 2, find the bait. Approval without asking. Step 3, expose the rule. If I speak up, I'll seem arrogant. Step 4. Design a counter trigger. A weekly wins email with 3 bullets. Step 5. Shape the environment. A recurring calendar block to draft that email. A peer to co-send it. A template to make it easy. Step 6. Rewrite the identity. I advocate for impact. Every repetition is a vote for the new story. For relationships, name the trap. I hide to avoid neediness. Bait, pride. Rule. Vulnerability pushes people away. Counter trigger. Share one specific feeling in the first week. Environment. Choose contexts that reward honesty. Slow dinners, long walks. Identity. I'm brave enough to be seen. For health, name the trap. All or nothing. Rule. Missed equals failed. Counter trigger. Never miss twice. Environment. Shoes by the door, short fallback workout, app streaks turned off. Identity. I return quickly. Back to Maya. She sends her first wins email. Brief, clear, a little shaky. Her manager replies, this is helpful. Present in Friday's meeting. The old rule screams danger. She breathes and chooses the new identity. I advocate for impact. In the meeting, Maya speaks for 5 minutes. Afterwards, 2 teammates ask to collaborate. The trap didn't vanish. She outgrew it by redesigning the blueprint. The breakthrough is simple and hard. The builder can also be the architect. You build most of the traps that get you, not to suffer, but to feel safe, certain, admired, or in control. Respect the need, redesign the method. Change one rule. Add one counter trigger. Shape one environment. Repeat until the cage has more doors than walls. Your turn. Name one trap you've built and the bait that keeps you returning. What single change, belief, habit, environment, or identity will you test this week? Share it in the comments and commit in public. Then come back in 7 days and tell us what happened. Think deeper. Live wiser.